your girl Naja here, and I am back with another video. And this video is going to be a story time video. I know you guys like my story times. I have not really been busting out story times like I really should, especially because that's the main reason why a lot of you guys found me. So I just wanted to bring some story times back. Sorry if I'm moving a lot. I got a swivel chair in here now. Yeah, I have a lot of energy, guys. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so I just want to let you guys know I am gonna have a call center storytime movie coming out soon, and yeah, you guys should look out for it. But for now, I'm just gonna give you some regular ass story times about the time where Daniel and I drove through a fucking hurricane because we wanted to get some liquor. And yeah, I'm just gonna get right into it. If you like this channel, please go ahead and subscribe and give me a big thumbs up. It helps me out a lot to get noticed in this crazy ass world of YouTube. And without further ado, I'm gonna just get right on into it. So this happened in like 2016 because this was during Hurricane Mathew, and Hurricane Mathew really messed up Jacksonville like really bad. Not so like Irma really messed up our downtown, but Mathew really messed up like the beaches and stuff like that. A lot of people till this day have not repaired their homes from Mathew, and then Irma just came in and messed it up even more. So it was a really big storm for us, and we knew about it for some time. Like, we had packed up, we had a whole bunch of food. At this point, this is when I had a roommate, my roommate Scorpio, the guy. Yeah, we all lived together at that time, me, Scorpio, and Daniel. And we had gotten everything packed up for the hurricane. We were ready. I don't know, like, I kind of want to say Vegan was my roommate. I don't remember. I really want to say, no, it had to have been Scorpio because Scorpio could cook. Vegan could not cook for shit. Oh my God. It had to have been Scorpio because Scorpio cooked. So Scorpio was there. It had to have been him. We had got everything we needed. We got food, we got flashlights, we had first aid kits, we had candles. Like, we were ready. We were preparing for like power outage type stuff because you know how the news does, they hype up hurricanes like nobody's business. They asked a lot of people to evacuate. I remember at Ratchet Corp they were telling people to evacuate and stuff, and they shut down the job, and everybody was making such a big deal about it. But if you guys live in Florida, you know, like, Floridians do not give a fuck about no hurricane. Like, hurricane who? A hurricane to us is like a snow day to people up north. Like, we just know that's when we get to take off work, we get to turn up, and people usually throw hurricane parties. I didn't know anybody throwing any hurricane parties because at this time I had cut a lot of people off, like a lot of my party friends. But I was still smoking weed at the time. But I really wasn't hanging out with people consistently as I used to do. Yeah, so I didn't have any hurricane parties to go to. Daniel didn't know anybody that was throwing a hurricane party. A lot of people were leaving the state and going to Georgia and throwing parties there, or like going to Tallahassee, stuff like that. So we didn't really have anything outside of our apartment to do. So we're like, you know what, let's throw a party on the inside. So, you know, we think we have everything. We think we have everything. But for whatever reason, we forgot to buy alcohol. You know, we had weed. We were good. My roommate made edibles at the time, you know, like, we were all good, like, stoner wise. The hurricane starts, and it's crazy. At that time, my apartment was on the 3rd floor, so all I see are just like trees bending and shit. The wind is crazy, you know, raining sideways. People didn't evacuate in my neighborhood either. Everybody's chilling. There's a whole bunch of cars in the parking lot, like, no big deal. And we're blowed as hell. We took a nap, and then we woke up, we ate some food, and then Daniel was like, you know,
we should get drunk. Like, we should just get drunk, have our own hurricane party, like,
saying to me and Scorpio. And we're like, yeah, we should totally do it. But then after, you know, we had eaten and people got kind of drowsy, Scorpio was like, you
know what, I really don't want to drink. I'm about to go take a nap.
So he went in his room and took a nap. And Daniel and I are kind of just, you know, by ourselves, and we're like, well, hey, like, let's go and get some liquor. Like, it can't be that bad. Like, you know, the trees are blowing and shit, but it's not like that bad. Like, there's no lightning. Like, we'll be good. Like, it's not even a big deal. So at this time, I did not have a car yet. I didn't have a car yet. So we go downstairs, and as we're walking down the stairs, the wind is intense. The wind is intense, and like, even I'm kind of thinking like, okay, this might not be the best idea. Like, this might not be our best idea that we've had, but you know, we're doing it for the cause. So we go to Daniel's car. Daniel used to have like that little box Scion, like a little red Scion, like really tiny, like the size of my little Volkswagen Beetle, like super tiny. It had a lot of space on the inside, but it's a small car, right? So we get in the car and we start driving. Now, as we're driving, Daniel's driving, by the way, but as we're in the car, the wind is literally pushing on the car, like scary pushing on the car, and there's barely any other cars on the road. Like that whole trip, there's probably like, we can count on our hand, there's probably like 5 different cars, right? So I'm getting kind of nervous. Daniel's the type of person where like he'll be in deep shit, but he won't vocalize it. But I get paranoid very easily. Like even if we're just driving in the rain, like no hurricane, just a thunderstorm, I get terrified. Like I get so paranoid and scared that somebody else around us is going to fuck up and hit us. So I'm freaking out. I'm not making no type of mistake about it. Like I'm scared. Like I'm letting him know like, hey, I'm scared. Like what are we doing? We're driving and we pass the light and then we go down this street. We're going down Old Kings and we're going down this street. And I noticed there's a car in front of us, and the car in front of us drives and there's this huge puddle, right? And from where we were behind that car, the puddle looked minute, right? Dude in front of us driving the puddle and he gets stuck. He's stuck in the puddle. Daniel, you know, hits the brakes slowly or whatever because it's wet outside, where the wind is still hitting the fucking car. And a dude in front of us is stuck in this puddle. You know, he's trying to back up. He's trying to go forward, you know. He has a truck, so he's doing his thing. And Daniel just goes around the dude and it just keeps going straight. And I'm like, Daniel, are we gonna go back and help this guy like on some hurricane etiquette, make sure he's okay? Like,
dude has a truck, he's gonna get out. If we see him on the way back, then you know we'll go and help him. But we need to get what we need to get and go back home. Like this is really bad. So
we're still driving, mind you, from the apartment to the liquor store was probably like a 10-minute drive, but because the wind was blowing so hard, we were driving slower than we should. And then Daniel, something was wrong with Daniel's tire at that time too. Like it was a hot ass mess. Like we had no business out there whatsoever. Like we should have just stayed in the fucking house and made some fucking hooch or something. Like it was a bad idea. Like, so finally we get to the liquor store. Of course these niggas is open. Of course they're open, because we would always go to the hood liquor store. Because my first apartment, it wasn't like in the hood, but it was like on the outskirts of where the hood started. So of course the hood liquor store is open, and we go to the liquor store and we buy our stuff, go back in the car, and we get mentally prepared to go back out into the fucking storm that is Hurricane Mathew. So you know, we get in the car, we buckle up, and we say a little prayer amongst ourselves, and we start to drive. So we're driving again. The wind is beating down the fucking block. Like you know when it's raining really hard and like it'll get on the pavement, you could literally see ripples of the water being blown by the wind. Like it was really bad. We drove past where that big puddle was. The truck was no longer there. So we're like, okay, dude is straight or whatever. So we keep driving, but as we're driving, there's another car coming parallel to us. So we keep driving. The car that's coming parallel doesn't see the puddle. So Daniel like rolls down his window and goes like this. Dude doesn't pay no attention, drives right into the puddle, and he's stuck. And I'm like, why are all of us dumb ass Floridians outside the house? Like, what are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? You know, we just keep driving, and I'm like, Daniel, are we gonna go back for him? And he,
I tried to tell them, like, it is what it is.
So, you know, we keep driving, and we're like, well, shit, since we're outside, let's go to the gas station. The gas station was closed right by the house. We're like, well, fuck. Okay, cool. Well, let's just go back to the house, because we were gonna go to the gas station and like get a whole bunch of more guards just in case. We had already, you know, stocked up before the storm, but just in case. Gas station was closed. So we get back to the house, we park the car, and we go upstairs. Mission accomplished. You know, we got drunk as hell, we were chilling. This is back when everybody was broke, so we probably got like what, like a $10 bottle of liquor. So like our whole lives was worth $10. What? Like our lives were worth $10 that day, like seriously. So the next day the storm had passed, and I had went to my grandma's house to make sure she was okay, and her neighborhood was fucked up. Like there was trees uprooted from the ground, cars had gotten hit with trees, like cars were actually had been moved from the wind. Like It was really bad. My grandma was fine though. Her patio did get broken and stuff. Nothing really happened in my neighborhood though. The power didn't go out. We had running water. Everything was fine. Like, internet didn't go out. It was just really shitty outside. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then when Irma happened, Daniel and I kind of just went our separate ways. He went with his job to relocate some of the clients, and I just chill with my family. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know if you guys have ever done anything stupid during a hurricane or like any time of disaster. Like, those things should be taken seriously. Do not try the weatherman. The weatherman is telling you the truth. Don't go outside, evacuate, like, get your shit together. Like, don't do it. Just stay in the house. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, we could have just drank some water. We could have just drank some water and we would have been fine. Like, but no, we wanted to get lit. We wanted to turn up. And it ended up being a fucking mess. And I just remember, like, when we did get home, Scorpio like got out of bed and he looked and he was like,
y'all went out there?
We're like, yeah, we went out there, we got the liquor, we're fucking soaked. Like,
what was it like out there?
Bad, nigga. What the fuck you thought it was gonna be like? It was bad. We told him about the pothole and stuff. He was like, oh damn, that really is bad. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, I should have took y'all.
Because he was always like that, trying to be somebody's big brother.
I should have took y'all, blah, blah, blah.
Well, you were too high and you fell asleep. So we went by ourselves and almost got blown away. Sorry guys, I know this is really short, but I just wanted to give you guys some little story time because I have not been posting story times like that, and I just wanted to give you just a little something, you know? And usually when story times are short, I just like put in another story time, but thankfully my dumb ass never drove in another hurricane again or was a passenger to somebody driving in a hurricane ever again in my life. So yeah, like I said earlier, if you guys have ever like gone out into some type of natural disaster that you ain't had no business doing, put it in the comments below. I would love to hear it. Where you guys are, do you guys have anything similar to that, like hurricane parties or like anything like that, or like snow day parties or like snowed in type parties? I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Good evening. As we come on the air tonight from Jacksonville, Florida, and as you can see, Hurricane Mathew is churning right off the coast. Take a look at the other images coming in right now. Also right here in Jacksonville, while first touching Central Florida, Daytona Beach battered at dawn. In St. Augustine, the storm surge, the walk. And to give you an idea of just how close we are to Mathew right now, just take a look at the radar at this hour. Spinning right off Jacksonville, Georgia, and South Carolina.
Tonight, deadly Hurricane Mathew pummeling the Central Florida coastline, already claiming at least 4 lives.
You can see just how bad it has gotten here.
From the roof, ocean water breaching dunes and taking over these Jacksonville streets. And on the ground, inside the Jacksonville Baptist Medical's overnight, torrential downpours and wind flipping stoplights, thrashing palm trees, submerging cars on the roads.
You can see the water out here. It's